Guys, welcome back to the channel. Now as you can see, I've got the H16 brushless drone here. This drone retails for under $25 US, and you probably noticed this from a recent video that I posted up a couple of days ago. Now today we're going to test out these tri-blade props that I purchased from AliExpress. Now these are actually listed for the Mavic Mini drones, okay? But because these motors are very similar on these very inexpensive budget drones, thought I'll test it out on the H16 today. So I'll put up a screenshot where I purchased these. They're only a few dollars each. I bought two sets, one orange and one white. And I was just curious to test them out today on this little drone here. Now in the kit, you get everything that you need to set yourself up to fit these tri-blades on your drone, whether it be a DJI Mavic Mini or something like this, okay? So you get all your 4 blades, obviously, and you get all the hardware. You get 2 bags of screws. I'll put up some photos as I'm talking so you can see exactly what you get, as well as these motor adapters here for each motor, okay, to fit these quick release props. And you can see here, I'll just hold the motor. These actually just twist and you can take it off like that, as well as install them. You just make sure they click into place and you're ready to go, okay guys? So yeah, they're very easy to fit. Now I did notice that these blades are not marked clockwise or anti-clockwise, but all you have to do is really just match up the leaf design with the original propellers and you know which side goes where, okay? So these two are the same, as well as these two are the same, all right? Also, if you want to determine which way they spin, all you have to do is just turn on the drone on the bench and you'll see which way it spins. So on this side, for example, it's marked, the actual adapter here, plate, is marked clockwise. So this is a clockwise motor, anti-clockwise and anti-clockwise, or counterclockwise. It says CCW, okay? So yeah, very inexpensive. I thought I'll try it out. And while I was at it, I thought I might remove some weight from this drone. So as you can see, I have removed the actual Wi-Fi module camera. So this had the front-facing camera as well as the optical flow, and obviously the Wi-Fi module to get Wi-Fi FPV. Now in doing so, this came off in one piece. It's very easy. There's just a screw, just here, you undo that, slide it forward, and then there's a plug. There's 2 plugs here, as you can see, but only one of them was fitted. I guess this one on the left is for a different model, maybe one with obstacle avoidance, or maybe even a GPS model, okay guys, which you see in the photos that I'm showing at the moment, all right, as I'm talking. So actually taking the camera module off, I decided to weigh it on my little digital scales. I'll put up some photos now before and after, okay, of the weight. Now this did weigh 136 grams with the camera module on, okay, with the tri-blades fitted, of course. Then when I did remove the camera, this drone only weighed 122 grams. So it's really super light, as you can see, without the camera module on. Now that is a saving of 13.6 grams, which I find funny because with the camera module on, as is, out of the case, as you get this drone, it did weigh 136 grams. So 10% of that is actually the weight that we reduced the drone by, which is 10% of the drone's weight, being that the camera module weighs 13.6 grams. So anyway, guys, I'm going to test out this drone now with the tri-blade props, which are made for the Mavic Mini or Mini 2 SE. All right, and we'll see if we can increase the flight time, especially now that we've shaved off 10% of the body weight by taking the camera module off. All right, guys, so we're going to put up in the air and we'll see if we can get greater than that 8.5 minutes that I got in the review video the other day. I was running Wi-Fi that whole time and we were using the standard prop, so it should give it a little bit more thrust, I'm guessing, now that we've got the less weight on the drone, and hopefully we can get some more flight time out of it. All right, so everything's fully charged, so let's send it up in the air and see the results and take it up. So just see how sporty this drone is now with the tri-blades and the less weight. See if it does increase the performance a bit. Bit of wind like the other day when I was out here. I'm out in the morning once again. Okay. So it's hovering pretty well, as you can see, with no optical flow. I have removed the camera module after all. See how it is that flips or rolls. They're pretty snappy. So yeah guys, it's quite funny that all these cheap brushless drones these days actually have pretty much identical motors to the Mavic Mini. These are designed for the Mavic Mini. They're listed on AliExpress for the Mavic Mini, and they're very inexpensive guys. As you can see at the start of the video, they only cost only a few bucks each. I bought a couple of sets. Just wanted to test them out. And everything's included. In fact, the amount of screws they give you as part of the hardware, they give you 2 bags full, and I only used not even 1 bag. There's 2 screws left, just for those motor adapters there for the quick release props. It's flying really good. I'm in 3rd rate. It's nice and smooth. The tri-blades, just let it hover there and see how it goes. Now it's not staying in position because of the altitude hold, but pretty stable. Fighting the wind, of course. Let's bump it down to 1st rate. Let's see how it flies in 1st rate. The punch seems a bit better, the thrust, without the extra weight, which is not much, but just happened to be exactly 10% weight reduction, as this drone weighed 136 grams, and then we took 13.6 grams off of how much the Wi-Fi camera module weighs. Exactly 10% weight reduction. So yeah, I'm just purposely flying this for a flight time, guys. I'm going to let it go to a flat battery again. Once it gets low battery, I'll fly it low so it doesn't drop out, like in my review the other day. If you haven't seen that, you go check it out if you're interested in this H16 drone. In 2nd rate now, got a bit of wind, and it's fighting the wind pretty decent. Very snappy now with the rolls. Okay, let's see the punch out. I'm in 2nd rate. Not too bad. Be interested to see if we get an increased flight time with these propellers, as well as that slight weight reduction there. I personally would say take the Wi-Fi camera module off, because it's just going to take up some of your battery. And you know, the camera on these aren't great, guys. They're very low quality. They do state 1080p, but they're definitely not 1080p. They're either 720p or, you know, even 640 by 480 in most cases. That's flying really great. I like the way it flies with these tri-blades. Seems a bit sportier. Let me know what you think if you've seen my review. Punch out seems a little bit quicker, that's for sure. Same with the pitch. I'm in 3rd rate again. Pretty much got the same amount of wind as I did the other day when I reviewed it out here. Definitely an inexpensive mod. These drones only run on 1S batteries. It would be nice if they were powered off a 2S, but I guess to keep costs down, most of these new drones that are under 30 bucks are 1S powered drones, hence the price. This thing would be really quick, I'd imagine, on the 2S. Got quite a bit of wind here now, guys, and it's doing rather well. It's fighting a headwind, blowing into my face here at the moment, and it's cutting through that, it's chopping through it. Yeah, nice and stable. Do a couple of flybys here, nice and low, get the wind behind it. Yeah, bit of a sporty flyer now, guys. Definitely wasn't moving along like this the other day. I think we got a bit more wind today. I did look online and they do state this has got about 120 meters of range, maybe even 150. Yeah, she's moving along nicely, guys. And it's only 1S power. That's awesome. The tri-blades are chopping through the wind with no effort at all, really. Now the wind's died down, full pitch forward. Threw in a roll there. So you have it, guys. I'm liking this, it's performing really well. Okay, we're getting down to that LVC warning. Been third rate the most of this flight. Only was in first rate for about probably a minute, and second rate for another 30 seconds or so. So I'm just going to keep it relatively low because, as we saw in my review video, it just did, drop out of the sky. We'll see if it does any different this time, whether it'll auto land or not. Usually they do, but we'll see if it drops again. I'll just keep it relatively low. It's not going to break this drone. Here we go, flashing lights, and this time it actually glided down. Okay, so we've got flashing lights here. I'm going to turn this off. There we have it, guys. That is the flight time with the tri-blade props. And yeah, this time it actually flew down by itself, auto landed. So that was pretty neat. Looks like the way it landed there just bent that back a bit, but that's no issue. Just bend that back later on. But yeah, but guys, I think this is a pretty decent mod for the price that you pay for these props, especially in windy conditions. It actually flies a lot better, guys. This time around we actually had a bit more wind today than I did the other morning when I reviewed this. So as you can see, when I took it up and was circling this field, it was actually moving out pretty decent. It was flying pretty quick, so it made it much more sportier fly, especially on the thrust too. The little punch outs there that I was giving it. So there you have it, guys. If you're interested in these props, like I said, they're made for the DJI Mavic Mini and Mini SE. Identical motors to these cheaper drones here. So yeah, rather inexpensive. I'll leave links to where you can get these in the description below, guys. So yeah, just thought I'll try it out, bit of an experiment to see how this drone flew. see if we get increased flight time, or whether it you know, is more power hungry on the battery. And there you have it, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.